Nice guys always finish last. Really? Is that true? Good guys finish last? Stay tuned to this video. We're about to get into it. Hey there, Coach Nrgy here, the Single Parents Life Coach. I am a certified life and relationship coach, mentor, and speaker for single fathers and single mothers. I am here today to talk about a very popular topic, a very highly sensitive topic for some people, and we're talking about the good guys. And do they always finish last, or is there a reason if it seems that they finish last? And what about this good guy being a nice guy and women not giving the nice guy a chance? Yeah, stay tuned, man. We are about to get into it. So this is prompted from just multiple years and recent conversations that I have been having with people in various groups about good guys. And even in some of my coaching clients, in coaching sessions with my clients, yeah, it definitely comes up there. And it comes from both sides, of course, from the male perspective of feeling like, women don't give a good guy or a nice guy a chance. They always seem to go after the bad guys. They always seem to go after the guys that's going to treat them wrong. So I'm going to try my best to stay on one perspective for this topic because I can go on both sides, and I don't want this video to get confusing, and I don't want to make it too long. But I'm definitely more so today going to speak about the good guy in the perspective of when someone comes to this person, this lady, and says, hey, he's a good guy. Why did you pass up on him? Or you should give him a chance. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. So that's the perspective that I'm coming from today. So this is something that I have said over and over and over again. So I felt that it would be awesome to record a video about it, to record to record some information about it to where other people whom I haven't had an opportunity to speak with directly, one-on-one or personally about. And it's the understanding that just because a guy may be a good guy, it doesn't mean that he's the good guy for that girl. It doesn't mean that he is that particular girl's good guy. He can very well be a good guy, but it doesn't mean that he's the good guy for any girl that he meets, any girl that he interacts with, any girl that he dates. No, there are layers to this thing. It's layers to dating. It's layers to learning a person and to deciding if this is going to be your forever person, if this is going to be the person that you choose to be the one for you. And that's something that I always say. I'm going to put myself in. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to put myself in this example. I've had multiple conversations with friends, family, clients, you name it, where people, the conversation would come up and say, oh, but what about this guy? He seems nice, or he seems to be a good guy. And he very well may be nice. He very well may be a good guy. But I always let them know, like, but he's not my good guy. He could very well be a good guy for someone else, but he's not the good guy for me. And of course, then that goes into breaking it down a little bit further and explaining exactly what I mean by that. For purposes of this video, I'm not going to go too deep with my response or my explanation, but what I will do is just kind of give an overall generalized understanding. Hopefully this will work. So anyway, there is a difference between a nice guy, good guy. This is going to be hold on. All right, because it's a term that's interchangeable. So that's why I'm kind of using both nice and good guys, right? So let me just kind of explain what a nice good guy, would look like. So he would be someone who was kind and polite, very mannerable, he seems considerate, will be helpful. He may be pleasing or a pleasant, friendly person. Again, just a nice guy. However, all of those things that people like to say, oh, he's a nice guy. He does this, he does that for, he opens the doors. He makes sure that he calls his mom whatever. Those are surface qualities. And that's not enough for me to be able to say, oh yeah, he's a good guy for me. And those are surface qualities, and in my opinion, not enough information for anyone else to choose to have that person, for a woman to choose to have that person, that guy, that nice, good guy as her forever person, just based off of those external qualities or actions that he has exhibited. Again, being polite, mannerable, kind, friendly, considerate. Anyone can do that. Anyone can make those adjustments. Anyone can portray and put off those traits in a perfect situation or any situation or just a standard general day-to-day situation. However, for me, and then this is, again, things that I coach my clients on, but I can speak this for myself as well. For me to be able to say that this guy, this good guy, is a good guy for me, I need to see those other layers. I need to see a person's character. I need to see his moral standing. I need to see his level of integrity. Those things. I need to see how he responds, how he reacts when in those pressured situations, when he's in those not so comfortable situations. Those are the things that will then let me know if this nice guy is a good guy for me. So I always like to recommend for anyone that I speak to, but definitely my clients, is to look a little bit deeper. Don't just be so consumed in the exterior initial onset of traits that this person is displaying and showing. The fact that, again, he may open that door for you, or he may buy you flowers, or he may give you a compliment, or he may text you, good morning or good night or whatever. Those are all awesome. However, most people do that. Most people will have that type of behavior initially, but that doesn't mean that that's who they are on those deeper, at the deeper core of their makeup, of their being. And so I have a lot of conversations with women who feel conflicted and guilty, even though that's an improper feeling, it's an improper term to use, but they have a guilty feeling or feel conflicted whenever they have let a nice guy go. And then especially if they have friends or family or coworkers who say, or who ask or question them, why'd you let him go? He's very nice. He comes in, he speaks to everyone. He's always dressed nice. He takes care of himself. And so one thing that I have to work on with my female clients is, don't be guilted, and don't allow yourself to be guilted in letting this person go or not staying with this person just because, well, he is a nice guy, when he may not have all of those other qualities that you need. What I may need in a good guy is going to be different from the next woman that needs a good guy, or it's going to be different from the next woman who is looking for a good guy, those particular traits in a good guy. My traits that I'm looking for are going to be different than the traits that the next person is looking for. But overall, both of those two separate guys can have nice qualities, but deep down in the core, they are two totally different individuals. So that's why it's so important. And again, when I'm speaking to my clients, that you know who you are. You have to know you. You have to know who you are. You have to know like what things will work for you, what things won't work for you. You have to know what things will irk your nerve. You have to know yourself in and out before you can start trying to find someone to pair with you, to mesh with you, to complement you. You have to know you first. And then also that will help prevent you from having that conflict, from having that guilty feeling of, man, I let a nice guy go. Am I going to regret it? Or my friends or my coworkers or my family are telling me, man, he was a nice guy. Why didn't you keep him? Well, again, you can be confident, or you need to get to the point to where you can be confident in saying, yeah, he is a very nice guy. And he's a good guy, but he's not my good guy. There's still certain things about him that I need, that he was missing. There are certain things about him that he's lacking, because no one is perfect. And we're not out here looking for perfect individuals, but we are looking for those specific things that we know that we need based off of who we know we are. And I'm trying to see, do I want to kind of flip the reverse? Okay, I'll talk about this as well, since I also do work with male clients as well. So I also talk to my male clients and friends and family and let them know, yeah, you're a nice guy. You can't be mad at this other person, the lady, this female who decided not to get into a relationship with you. You can't be mad at her for that, just because you are a nice guy. And then you cannot put her in a category or fault her for saying, or even, no, you can even label yourself. You shouldn't label yourself by saying, oh, here we go again, another situation or another example of what the nice guy finishes last. Nah, you just weren't the right person for that particular female. You weren't the right person for that lady. That's it. You can be the nicest person ever, but it doesn't mean that you are just the perfect match for any female that you come into contact with. No. And so get off of that. Get off of that, get out of that posture of, man, as a nice guy, I always finish last, or, the girls, they always want the bad boys, or they want the boys that, are going to, push them around or cuss them out, or, whatever, or have a record. And I'm not talking music. So understanding that concept of saying, you know what, although I am a good guy, I'm not the good guy for any and every woman out here. I'm a good guy for one special lady. And you have to own that. And you have to get out of this mindset of, man, I'm going to start changing my ways, or I'm going to start doing things different. I'm going to start being mean. I'm going to start, using profanity and cussing women out and not paying for, dates or whatever. Like, I'm going to stop being me in order to try to keep a lady, then you're going to end up keeping the wrong one. And you're going to still find yourself single again or in a miserable relationship because you weren't able to be, or you chose not to continue to be your authentic self, and deciding while dating a particular person and then making the decision of she's just not the one for me, and being okay with that decision. I don't like it when nice guys, good guys, period, whomever, I don't like it whenever they decide to change up their innocence, change up their politeness, change up their mannerisms just to snag a girl. No, don't do that. Stay true to you, because that right one, again, the right one that's for you will appreciate you for who you are. That nice guy, that good guy on the inside at the core, who has upstanding character, morals, values, integrity, who's trustworthy, who's gentle spirited. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say on this particular video. I'm going to stop it right there. I think, let me make sure I don't have anything else. But good guys, y'all don't always finish last. Get out of that mindset. It's not about finishing last. It's just at the end of the day, it's all about the women, the females that you have come into contact with so far have just not been the person for you. You also want to make sure that you are matched and that you end up with your right one. So take your time. Don't be out here rushing the dating process. Don't rush the getting to know a person phase just to be able to be into a relationship with someone and then end up being miserable. Take your time, enjoy it. Don't put that pressure on yourself. Let it go and just let things flow, let things happen naturally, but always just being mindful of who you are, being mindful of the person that you are interacting with, and really just focusing and paying attention to their qualities, their traits. Check out her character. Check out her morals and her values. Check out the level of her integrity as well. Because as the guy, you deserve someone great, just like a female, the woman deserves someone great. We all do, but we have to just kind of go through the other people until we get to our one, and it's going to take time. So hold on to that hope, hold on to that understanding, hold on to just that, the facts, hold on to the facts. And don't let anyone pressure you into getting into a situation or staying into a situation with someone just because they are nice. Nah, it's not worth it. You only have one life to live, and you want to make sure that you're living it to the fullest capacity possible. So, what do you think about this topic? What do you think about what I said? Do you agree? What, have you ever been in that situation? Have you ever been that guy that has felt or said that, man, you know, I'm a nice guy, but nice guys always finish last? Have you ever been that woman who has been talked about or pressured or questioned into, why did you let that nice guy go? Yeah, he may not be the best looking guy. He may not dress his attire may not be up to par, and whatever else people say. If you have been on either of those sides, put your comments below. I definitely want to hear I want to read the interactions. I want to hear your story. I want to hear how you've dealt with it. Are you still dealing with it? let me know. Reach out to me if you need to work with a life coach. Go ahead and go to my website, coachnrgy.com. Get on my calendar. I am still offering that free consultation. So go ahead. Coachnrgy.com is spelled Nrgy. Get on my calendar, and also go to my website. When you go to my website, check out my blogs. There is a lot of information out there on my blogs, and there are some free resources, free downloadables, checklists, worksheets, you name it. It's a lot of free information that I'm starting to just really put more and more out there for you guys, because I want you all to win in this thing called life. So check me out. Don't forget to listen to the podcast. I Give a Life to Life podcast. I do post different episodes often on each channel. So on my YouTube channel, you may have an episode here, but on my podcast channel, it may be something totally different. So you want to make sure that you subscribe and follow both of those, or whichever one you prefer. Either way, but if you don't want to miss any of this information, any of this content that I am sharing, that I am putting out here, make sure that you subscribe to both channels, Coach Nrgy on YouTube and I Give Life to Life on my podcast, whether you're on Apple iTunes podcasts or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, you name it. There are so many out there that you can listen to. Make sure that you subscribe, follow, and share. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, if I decide to put it over there, go ahead and give me that 5-star rating to help this channel grow, and grow some more. Thank you so much for tuning in. You already know what to do. Keep smiling. Bye.